you, Chair. Bwana Waziri, I just want you to know that anyone who is working in this government and comes here, gives us promises, and deep down their hearts, they know they are lying or buying time. Being a new person in this office, I think we should go with what the PS said and the CEO, or we will impeach them, because we cannot sit here. We go to our villages very excited with all the chiefs and village elders clapping for us. Me being a new member of parliament, how do I go back to the people and say, the new CS came in with the new terms? Because that is what I'm seeing. It is very unfortunate that we are still discussing about this. I thought we were going to be told from this date and this date, things are rolling out. Not cancellations, postponement, new discussions. It's sitting bad. Even as you sit there, I was telling my colleague, the CS is talking too much. Because already I'm seeing it is not progressive. We are now on pause. And yet we had kid play. We were so excited, all of us here. So I don't know what exactly you've been saying. Maybe I'm not understanding, because I just blocked. From listening, I blocked my mind. Can somebody talk a language I understand here? Mambo iko karibu kuharibika.
Mr. Chair, I want to assure Honorable Catherine, running a government is not an easy thing, especially when it comes to money. You need to be, and this is money. This is not about anything else, it's about money. And as a country, we have to adapt mechanisms that can give us greater value at once. You have 7 acres. You have other government programs that you want to implement. You can construct a sports academy alone for 50 million. But you can add a social hall, indoor arena for playing maybe boxing and table tennis and other issues in the same place. It is worth waiting for another 2 weeks to have this value at once and maximize the resource that is there at once, than to hurry up and have white elephants in the country. It's better when it's something good, and I don't think I'm speaking a language that is strange. This language is of truth. You know, there is no other way we can say. Let's just do this. We advertise the academies. I know I was not appearing before this committee on this issue, and I didn't have to answer today. I would have easily told the chair, Mr. Chair, I was not prepared for this question when I come back and so forth. But because I know the answer, there was no need for me to say, okay, I'll go back and consult. You'll see the advert on Tuesday.
Chair, on light note,
let's have the advert on Tuesday. And Mr. Chair, let's thank God that as a country and parliament, we have turned around. Because this conversation of securitization of a fund, we started when we got to office with road maintenance levy. Had we done that at that point in time, we'd have moved certain steps. But because of the economic situation when we entered in, we needed fast to stabilize. I'm sure even my colleague in the road sector now has the confidence when he appears before you as members of parliament that in a few weeks or months, once we get the securitized road maintenance levy, we'll deal with the pending bills on the other side. This is a sports academy that should be in place, cannot take 6 months to build. If we are building stadia in 3 months, 6 months, it should not take long. Once we advertise and with the guarantee of the resources, we should be able to complete them once. And I don't think it is fair to say the PS and Mr. Nu lied. They did not. What they did was they knew that in the rest, by the end of the year, all of them will proceed. But you put the money as you progress. The first quarter 500, the next quarter 500, and I know. Since I'm not speaking in camera, they were saying that confidently because they knew in the 500, million they have, put them to task to make sure that they are in keeping with the law and they help us to get good elections. Because, as I said, the residual power of the minister to still disband whatever team which has been established if the law has not been followed is there. But we should not go there. That is extreme end. We shouldn't be desiring even or imagining to do so. I request that find proper mechanisms of ensuring that we have free and fair elections. In the law now, FKF constitution, by now they should have amended their constitution to make sure that the people who vote should be clubs. All over the world, it's clubs who vote for the elections. But now we have something in FKF constitution called branches. Those branches are not registered clubs. So we need, after these elections, to try to push first in the revision of the law to make it mandatory, and then now ask FKF to revise their law so that the clubs are the ones who are participating in up to what level and which delegate or who will. That's why we would have about 500 clubs now coming to vote for this presidential election. We increase the level of legitimacy. For avoidance of doubt, I have no problem with the 92 delegates. It's not a unique system. It happens all over the world. It happens even in other elections. For as long as the law permits delegate system, there should not be issue. We should just move it now in future towards audience, like honorable members have suggested here in terms of the clubs. And then we have the federations who have complied with the financial information. Maybe I supply that one later. I don't have the information right now as to how many of them, but ensuring that for us activities, they must be compliant. And you know that compliance of submission and the status. So if you club that the registrar has cleared, it's because they have complied on everything, including financial. Now, to ask our federation, can you give us your sponsors? You'll find them being very evasive, and the good news is that you can receive the financial position, but who will audit for you? Who is going to help you audit of the executive and the government towards these institutions, except the investigative agencies? So there is a lacuna here that we really need to revise in the law to see what will be the clear responsibilities of government to federations. I think that we have an opportunity because we are the major sponsors of all federation, national federation, country or representation. By virtue of that, having that pass as a country and as a government through sport,